All right, guys, here we are. Welcome in to the Empirical Miracle Show, and I have a guest with me, Sweet Tea. Thanks for coming in. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming and being here today.
Thank you.
Wow, that's a big cat.
I know.
I've never actually seen your cat.
He is big. He's so cute.
Wow, what's his name?
Baby.
That's Baby.
Yes, this
So you
is
have three
baby.
cats, right?
Three. Yep. Here's the other one. Boomy.
And Boomy's the tiger,
Oh,
right?
he jumped away.
Um, yeah. So we're gonna have to. I can't wait for Loaf and Minnie to meet your cats. It's gonna be cool.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So, welcome in, guys. I see the Salty Explorers in the house. Thanks for coming in, man.
Hey,
And
Salty.
today we're going to be talking about twin flames and what a twin flame is. And we're also going to be talking about, our twin flame stories. Sweet Tea is a divine feminine, and which means she's a twin flame. And I am also a divine feminine. As you can see, I'm a man, but the term divine masculine and divine feminine isn't gender specific, right? We'll get into that too. So we have Melissa Stedman. Hey, welcome in.
Hey, Melissa.
So I guess what we'll start with kind of explaining what a twin flame is, because a lot of you guys probably want to know exactly what it is, right? And what happens is the mainstream kind of like fast food spiritualism that's going on these days, guys, are really trying to push the narrative that twin flames that are it's this romantic relationship and you have to be with your twin flame and you're here to save the world and you come into union and your energy just sheds light on the world and you're saving it. And really, that's not true. So what your twin flame is you. You are your twin flame. Okay. So a twin flame is just another incarnation of your soul. That's it. So um, a soulmate, right, is so you are a three-part triune being, right? Body, mind, and soul. But you're not your body or your mind. Those are just possessions you have, right? And what you really are is your soul, pure consciousness, right? So when you die, your body ceases to function and your mind ceases to exist. And what's left is you, your soul, pure consciousness, right? That's what you are. So that is what your twin flame is. Your twin flame is another incarnation of your soul. So it's like people think of, of their lives and past lives as linear, right? So you have your life here, and then you go over here and you die, and then you have a new life, right? You're reincarnated, right? And then you would have past lives, right? But if you can have a past life, then why can't you have two incarnations of the same soul in one timeline, right? That's what a twin flame is, right? So your twin flame is just like somebody that lived 100 years ago, right? Your old self, but instead they're living today, right? And twin flames are very rare, guys. There's only 144,000 twin flame souls um, on Earth incarnated at any given time. So times two, that would be 288,000 individuals. Sweet Tea doesn't agree with me on that, but for the sake of the show, we are going to, since it is my show, we're going to go with that narrative. But it hasn't been proven. I will say that it's not empirical, but um, that is the basic consensus that there's 144,000, like the 144,000 that the Bible speaks of, and a lot of times when you're going through a twin flame journey, you will see 144, the number, a lot, right? So uh, so guys, let's just talk about what a twin flame is. So again, it is your soul, but what is that? So we have divine masculine and we have divine feminine, right? So as you can tell, I'm a man. I'm the divine feminine. And my twin is a girl. She's very feminine. She's the divine masculine, but she's very feminine. She gets her nails done, wears girly clothes, that kind of stuff. Um, and basically the term divine masculine and divine feminine came about when twin flames were first discovered. It was noticed that usually the runner was the man, so they just started calling him divine masculine. Okay, usually the chaser is the woman, right? um, there's always a runner and a chaser. And if you're going through a twin flame, if you think you're going through a twin flame journey right now, if any of this is resonating with you, you might be a twin flame. If you were guided to watch this video, you might be a twin flame, but take what resonates and leave what doesn't, right? Don't force it. Okay, guys. Again, not everyone is a twin flame. And a lot of times what happens to you, if you watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, that people will say that, we're twin flames and all this stuff. And really they're just soulmates, right? And here's the thing, like the twin flame couples on YouTube, there's no such thing as a divine masculine that knows that he's a divine masculine. If there's somebody that says, I'm a twin flame and I'm the divine masculine, he's probably not a real twin flame. He probably came across some twin flame stuff and just is associating himself with it, right? Because the divine masculine is the unconscious. Okay. You, if you're watching this video, you are the divine feminine or the positive polarity to the soul. You are the conscious, right? The divine masculine is the subconscious. Okay. So basically, let's take this this chart here that I have, get that in picture. So what we have here is a picture of a battery, right? This is a battery. So we have positive and we have negative, right? Now, electricity, the way it flows, it goes from positive down to negative, right? And let's not get into the super detail of it. It was positive and negative, and now it's a negative positive. They might have changed it, right? They had initially thought that it was from positive to negative. It doesn't matter. The point is that you, for the sake of this video, is that you are the positive polarity to the soul. And your divine masculine, your counterpart, your twin flame, is the negative polarity to the soul. Okay. Same soul, it's just different polarities, right? Like a magnet or a battery. Okay. So you see how the energy is flowing one way. So you have this way, it's coming and it's flowing to the negative, right? And then it's going this way, it's going to the negative. You see how it's only traveling one way, right? So that means that you, as the divine feminine, your energy goes to them, but their energy doesn't go to you, right? So if you watch a lot of this fast food spiritualism, they'll say, oh, you can feel your twin flame. You can, telepathy, and you can feel their energy. No, that's not true, guys. You can never feel their energy. They can feel yours, but you can never feel theirs. Okay. That's just the way it works, guys. This is empirical, right? So that's the way it works, guys. So what happens is, you can see this part right here: runner, chaser, fear, love. It's a duality, right? We live in a 3D duality based reality. Okay. So what happens is, well, we'll get into that part later, but let's differentiate between a soulmate and a twin flame. Okay. So we have what we have in a soulmate, remember, body, mind, soul, 3-part triune being, right? So we have for just a typical soul here, guys, is this little graph that I made here, right? So we have body, mind, soul, right? 3-part triune being. Okay. So what we have here for a soulmate connection here, you got body, mind, soul, and you got body, mind, soul, right? That's a soulmate connection, guys. Now, that is not what a twin flame connection is. What a twin flame connection is right here. You got body, mind, and you got soul, right? Remember, guys, you share a soul. That's what a twin flame is, guys. A twin flame is you. It's your other self. Okay. That's why their energy is so addicting, right? It's like the obsessive behavior, constantly thinking about them. Hey, Allie, it's because it's your energy, right? You are a exact vibrational match to them because you are them, right? So what happens is, well, we'll get to this part later. So, because we're going to talk about our stories, and then at the end, we're going to talk about why your twin flame is running from you. Okay, so stick around, because if you're watching this, if you're guided to watch this, you're going to be in that great lovey-dovey feeling, that feeling that you've never felt before, and then all of a sudden they start running, right? And you don't understand why. And we're going to get into that, onto the reason why they run and how you can get them to stop running. Okay. And guys, I feel like I'm pretty well versed in twin flames. I've done a lot of studying with it. I've been going through my spiritual journey now for about 3-4 years, and I am a student of Kurt Johnson from New World Allstar, and we'll talk about him and his stuff too. And he's the #1 twin flame coach in the world. He's caused more unions than any other twin flame coach. He's coached over 5,000 students, and we'll get into that, and I'll leave a link for him and stuff like that. But first thing, I want to talk to Sweet Tea and let her explain her story on her twin flame journey. So go ahead, Sweet Tea.
I was trying to figure out the date of it. So I guess about 18 years ago, I connected with my twin flame, and it was exactly that. It was just an instant where you just are suctioned together. And the energy was amazing. It was something that's so hard to put into words. But when you have the two energies coming together, you make a third energy. And that third energy is divine, is the way I describe it. And as far as the runner chaser, I like the analogy of the battery or the magnet where you're repelling each other. It's not necessarily a runner or a chaser, it's more of a repelling where you're bouncing off constantly. I remember when I wasn't with him, I wanted to be with him and I desired it and I needed it. But when I was with him, it was just constantly bickering and fighting and repelling and bouncing. And he just said he understood me, but he didn't understand me. But then he did. And I understood him, but I didn't. And it was such a crazy, immature energy. So I believe that twin flames can be together once they've evolved into maturity and their energy has matured. But usually in current lifetimes, until we've mastered it, you're not able to be with your twin.
Absolutely. 100% agree, guys. Basically, what happens when you meet your twin, and so we'll get back to this part about being with your twin romantically, guys. So here's the thing about the twin flame journey, people call it. It's not really the twin flame journey, guys. It's the true spiritual journey. Okay, there's a difference, and people think that this is this romantic relationship, and what a twin flame journey is the true spiritual journey, and it's a forced awakening. God is deciding, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is deciding that it's time for you to wake up. And what you do is when you meet your twin, you're getting a preview of what this can be like, right? And it's such an addictive energy, right? And it's the most addictive drug that you've ever had, more addictive than heroin, right? Because it's your energy.
It is energy.
And what happens is about, well, I don't want to get into that part yet because I want to tell my story first.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, guys, that's all it is. It's a forced awakening. And you might start seeing numbers. 1111 is the master twin flame number, right? And we'll talk about that real quick. So we have 1111, right? If you guys are here on my channel, you'll probably know about 1111, right? It's a number of manifestation. It's also the master twin flame number. So you have, and my fingers don't really do this too well, but we have divine masculine and divine feminine in the divine masculine. And then we have masculine energy and feminine energy in the divine masculine. And then we have masculine energy and feminine energy within the divine feminine, right? Both of them together, right? Because we each embody masculine and feminine energy, guys, right? It's not just, like I embody the Empress energy, right? It's the most powerful energy. It's the most powerful woman in all of tarot, right? So if you're watching, tarot card readings and stuff like that, you probably come up as the Empress, right? If you're the divine feminine, very often. Sweet Tea has mentioned to me that she always comes up as the Empress. I always come up as the Empress myself too. So we're all capable of embodying those energies, right? So what happens is you have to be able to balance out the masculine and feminine energy within the divine masculine and balance it out within the divine feminine, right? And once you balance those energies out, then you can come into union, 1111, right? That's why that number is the masculine, or the master twin flame number. Now, I think that that is one of the requirements to coming into union with your twin flame, is being able to embody, balance that energy, right, guys? So remember, guys, that when you are going through the dark night of the soul and all that crazy, doing all that spiritual growth, right, all that obsessive behavior, that's when the growth happens, right? That is when you are becoming enlightened. That's when you're ascending, right? So being able to balance that energy out and step into your masculine energy is what you need to do, right? So we'll see, masculine and feminine. Okay, I'm just going to take a note so I don't forget this, because I'm getting off into too much. So I'm gonna just tell my story briefly, guys, about my twin flame. So I met my twin flame. Well, I met her probably, it's been about 6 years ago, 5 years ago. But we went on our first date. It's been about 3 years ago, 3.5, no more than that, like 4 years ago. And it was just like an instantaneous connection. I'd never felt anything like that on a first date before. It was really bizarre because usually on first dates, I don't go all out or something like that. But for whatever reason, I kind of did on this one. I got the flowers and like went to dinner and a nice date, stuff like that. And it was just like this instant connection, right, that I had with her. And because it's my energy, right? And it's very familiar energy. And it's just really hard to describe. After that, it was like just this instant bond. We were dating for weeks, and it was like we kept saying that it's like, wow, I can't believe we've only been dating for 2 weeks. It had already felt like 2 months, right? And then like at the month, we're like, we've only been dating for a month. It felt like 3, 4 months, right? And then it was like a month and a half. It felt like 6 months. It's just like we couldn't believe it. And at that first stage, and usually it's about the 4 to 8 weeks is typical for that lovey-dovey, amazing feeling, right? Everything's perfect and good. And then for whatever reason, about that 4 to 8 weeks, usually it's about 6 weeks. I think it was about 8 weeks for me. They start running, right? And she ran, and it was kind of off and on type of thing. And it was like, I just didn't understand why. And it was like and it was weird because I'd be all depressed and all this stuff. And it was like, man, we only been dating a couple months. And, I've never felt this way over a girl for just 2 months of dating, right? It's crazy. So I knew something was different there, right? But I didn't really know. And what happens is if you know about a twin flame, you heard about it on the internet, and you're trying to find your twin flame, you probably don't have one. See, I didn't even know what a twin flame was until after I met her. And then all of a sudden, we're breaking up, we're off and on type of thing. And I'm basically bending over backwards to try to stay with her, right? And the thing that I think for a lot of twin flames is the divine feminine is the empath, and the masculine is narcissistic, right? The narcissist empath dynamic, right? Now the empath loves to give energy, right, and be nurturing, that mothering type of energy, right? And the narcissist feeds off the empath, right? They're like energy vampires. And what happens is the empath can overextend themselves, and then they give and give and give, and the narcissist takes and takes and takes, and there's no equal give and take, right? There's no reciprocity. And what happens is the empath ends up getting hurt, right? And stuff like that. And so I think that a lot of divine masculines have that narcissistic tendencies, right? And that's basically how it was with her. And there's a reason for that. It's to teach you, because remember, this is the true spiritual journey, guys. It's not about being romantic with your twin. Now you can be, again, and we'll get into that later, but that's not the purpose of the journey. So it was basically off and on. And I started realizing that, she is a narcissist, or at least she has narcissistic tendencies, right? And that's her journey on her end, that she needs to balance out her energy and become more like the empath. And I need to become not more like the narcissist per se, but just more masculine, stepping into my masculine energy more, right? And what you have to do, part of the lesson, is for the empath, the divine feminine, which is what you are, to step into your masculine energy. And what that is it's being assertive, right? It's being goal oriented, right? It's being a leader, right? Those are the masculine traits, right? The feminine traits, which you already have, are the nurturing, the loving, the empathic one, right? And so what happens is you have to be able to know your worth, right? When you step into your masculine energy, that's the difference. So you need to be able to set healthy boundaries. That's part of the lesson that I had to learn. What you allow is what you teach, guys. And this isn't just with twin flames, but with anyone. It's just a life lesson that I've learned. What you allow is what you teach. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow, how you allow them to treat you. So I started realizing, wow, this girl can do, all this bad stuff to me. I'm not getting into the details, but, and I just keep taking her back. And I mean, I'm just reinforcing that behavior, right? And she never thought that I would step away from her. But when you do finally step away and they start realizing that they can't just treat you any old way, that now they start having a fear of loss, and it kind of makes them go into their feminine energy, right? So remember, your twin flame is you. They're an exact mirror of you. So as you are working on yourself, they will automatically be working on themselves, right? So as you're trying to step into your masculine energy, they're going to be trying to step into their feminine energy. So what happened was, so we'll talk about, so we talked about stepping into your masculine energy. And so just real quick, Plato spoke of twin flames, guys. A lot of people probably don't know that, but he did. He didn't call them twin flames. He called them split apart theory. So twin flames have been observed for forever, guys, for a long time. It's nothing new. It's just that now with the internet and everything that they're becoming more popularized. And so again, people are romanticizing them and stuff like that. Hey, blue unicorn. So remember, guys, it's the true spiritual journey, right? So now what happens is people want to be with their twin flame so bad, and they start losing sight of what really the purpose is. And the purpose again is just to it's a forced awakening, guys. So sorry guys, I'm losing my train of thought here. When you are going through this journey, you have to remember that what if you're focusing on them, like when I was just like wanting to do everything I can to try to please her, and then I'm watching tarot card readings every day, right? A lot of you guys are doing that stuff, obsessing, right? You're checking their Facebook like literally like 50 times a day. I mean, just constant, right? It's that obsessive behavior because you're just so attracted to them because it's your energy. That's literally pushing them away. Okay, so like attracting a soulmate is different than attracting your twin flame, guys. It's complete opposite. So when you're manifesting something, right, the law of attraction, you're thinking about it and you're imagining yourself with that person, stuff like that. That is attracting something external to you, external from you to you, right? You can't do that with you can't use the law of attraction with a twin flame because you're trying to attract yourself to yourself. You see the difference? It doesn't work that way. Now, what there is in the world, guys, if you're watching this and you're a twin flame, there is your twin flame, which is you, and then there's everything else, right? So how you attract your soulmate is not how you attract your twin flame. Every time that you're obsessing over them or thinking about them, watching tarot card reading, stuff like that, again, you remember the battery thing? Your energy is going towards them and it's pushing them away. See how all these lines, guys? And see how it looks like this is the chaser, and see how it looks like the negative is like running away from the positive. That's what's happening, guys. You're focusing your energy on them and they're actually running away from you, and they don't even know why they're running away from you. They just run, right? Think about it, guys. If you ever try to disassociate from them, don't check their Facebook for a while, right? Several months. Try not to think about them. And then what happens? All of a sudden they text you or they unblock you or something, right? They reach out to you somehow via email, whatever. That's because you are detoxing from them. You're not focusing your energy on them, guys. It's like a magnet. It's like sticking, like Sweet Tea was saying, you're sticking magnets together and they repel, right? So when you pull your energy away, it's going to attract them to you. That's how it works, guys. That's how twin flames work. And what you have to do if you want to come into union with your twin, and here's the thing, is that you have to detox from them, guys. And what happens is, again, it's not the focus of your attention. It's not the purpose of the journey. And by the time they are able to come back to you because you've been detoxing from them, you are not going to have a preference either way if you're with your twin. Once you've gone through the journey and you've done the work, there's lots of people out there, guys, who choose a soulmate over their twin flame once they've progressed and they've gone through the journey, the true spiritual journey, guys. Look at Sweet Tea. She met her twin flame 18 years ago. She doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. And that's just the way it goes. And she will always love him because you will always love yourself, right? But as far as a romantic relationship goes, she's not interested. And that's very common, guys. There's lots of times that people will choose a soulmate over their twin flame. And think about it, guys. Think about how much a relief that would be to not have a preference, right? So if you're watching this video, you're probably obsessing and oh, I can't not think about them. I can't not check their Facebook, right? That's a burden, guys. That's a burden. And when I finally got to the point where I didn't have to check her Facebook constantly and I started to detox, guys, and I'll tell you a little bit of how to do that. It was like a huge weight being lifted off my shoulders, guys. It's amazing. Yes. I don't wish that on anyone, guys. It's the most difficult stuff you can go through when you're going through that dark night of the soul. It's no fun. So again, guys, to attract your twin flame to yourself, you have to do soul stuff. Okay, soul stuff. Because that's what you are. You're a soul, and that's what she is, or he. More than likely a he. Right? So what is soul stuff, guys? Well, soul is knowing. Soul is pure consciousness, right? So the soul, the mind is to understanding as the soul is to knowing, right? The mind is what understands. The mind figures stuff out. The mind thinks, but it's not who you are, right? What you are is the soul. You are the observer of the thought. You have thousands of thoughts every day, but you're not the thoughts themselves, right? People think they are. Here's the thing, guys. Memories are learned. So when you're a child, children are always in the present moment. When you're born, you have spiritual amnesia. You don't remember anything, and you are just in the present moment your entire life as a toddler, right? And then about like 4 years old, you start getting more intelligent, and you start associating yourself with your thoughts, right? In your mind. Hey, Banana. So memories are learned, guys. You start associating yourself with your personality. I am this individual. I am my ego, right? But that's not who you are. You are your soul. So what you have to do is go back to being your soul, knowing, right? The soul is that which cannot be defined, right? You can't say a soul, it's not tangible, guys. You can't touch it, right? Just like photons or electrons, right? Little teeny microscopic particles. They exist, and we know they exist. We can prove them. It's tangible, right? It's actual substance. It's matter, even though they're really small, right? But if you want an example of like what the soul is, let's take a look at gravity, right? Gravity, it doesn't have any substance to it. It's a force, but we still know it exists, right? That's like what your soul is. It's that which cannot be defined, right? We can measure gravity, but we don't measure it by measuring its substance, right? We measure it by measuring the effect on other stars that it has. It'll cause a wobble on stars and planets around it. That's how we measure gravity, but we know it's there. So you have to go and do soul stuff, guys. So remember that you are the observer of your thoughts. And guys, even this is just advice for everyday life, guys. True traditional Zen spiritualism is very, very simple. People think that you have to do all this stuff and you got to balance your chakras and get your crystals and do all this stuff. And that's all fine and great stuff. It's great metaphysical stuff and it's cool and it's fun. It's, it's part of spiritualism. But true traditional Zen spiritualism, all it is just being present, guys, and meditating. That's it. It's really that simple. You want your life to take off, twin flame or not? Shift the focus of your attention to the present. That's it. Be conscious with your soul, with you, right? I always notice that dogs, my dog Loaf and Minnie, I take them on a walk. Dogs are present. Dogs live a happier life than a human. And I've used this analogy, but when you're, sitting at a park bench with your dogs, the human will, like that little bubble, like if you imagine a picture and then the human has like the little thing, the thought thing, and it's like has a thing that they're thinking of. Human's going to be thinking of like the doctor appointment coming up, or they're going to be thinking about something that happened 5 years ago. It doesn't even matter, right? Your mind just goes on and on and on over anything, right? But what's the dog thinking about? The dog's not thinking about that stuff. The dog's just thinking about being there with their human on the bench, right? They're in the present moment, guys. And how another thing I know is when I'm walking my dogs, a lot of times when a human's doing something that they like, when it comes towards the end of the thing they're doing, they'll get sad, right? Because it's about to end. You're being in your thoughts now. You're not being in the present moment. Loaf, he's happy all the way. He knows we're walking back towards the house, but he is happy the whole way, all the way till we get to the front door. He's just happy. He's in the present moment. That's what you have to do. Be in the present moment, guys. Align with your soul. It's really that simple. And if you want to attract your twin flame back, that's what you have to do. To detach from your mind is to detach from your twin flame. And you have to detach from your twin flame, guys, if you want them to come back. And again, Sweet Tea can confirm this, and I'm sure you guys, like I said, have experienced this before. When you pull your energy away, all of a sudden they reach out or they unblock you or something like that, right? I've been doing this for a while, and I was detoxing from my twin, and all of a sudden, after I think it was like 6 months of figuring this out and detaching, she reached out to me via email, asking me for donations for her daughter, for her because I used to donate to her daughter's school fundraiser and stuff, and I ignored it because she has to come to me with more mature communication than that. That was like Knight, right? That was like Knight of Pentacles type of energy, right? I need like Queen King type of energy, right? I need the Emperor energy. I need something mature. So I ignored her. She reached out to me 3-4 times via email, and I just ignored it. That's not good enough. Remember, guys, you have to know your worth. What they did, you can't just keep accepting them back. No, you have to know your worth, and they have to know that you know your worth. Okay? That's the only way this is going to work, guys. Otherwise, if you don't do this, if you don't detach from your twin flame, guys, and shift the focus of your attention to the present, be in the present moment, that's all it is, guys. Work on yourself. If you don't do that, and you want to keep entertaining your twin flame by being in that low vibration energy, guys, of always obsessing over them, it's going to be a runner chaser type of dynamic for the rest of your life. You'll be 80 years old in the runner chaser dynamic, guys. It will never end. Right? That should just be enough motivation for you to detox from them just alone for that, guys. You don't want to be in that rat race for the rest of your life. It's a nightmare. But turn
It's
it into a blessing.
exhausting.
Oh, yeah. It's more than exhausting, man. I mean, I probably age another 5 years, going through this stuff. So, and if any of this is resonating with you guys, then there's a good chance that you're a twin flame. John Eagles in the house. What up? So if you guys were spiritually guided, if you were guided to come click on this video, and it's resonating with you, then you might just be a twin flame. You might be a divine feminine, guys. So what you have to do is align with your soul, be present, right? Meditate. What meditating is, guys, and I've been getting better at my meditating. I know me and Sweet Tea were talking about it because I know I've been struggling with it because I've been so busy with the DMA channel. But guys, with being present and meditating, twin flame or not, guys, that's traditional Zen spiritualism. When I figured this stuff out, bam, I had this knowing. Remember, the soul is knowing that I wasn't going back to work, guys. I started the DMA channel. I was like, I'm going to do something different. And I was being present every single day as often as I can. Every time I think about it, oh, I need to be present. Bam, shift the focus of my attention to the present, meditate twice a day, at least 20 minutes a day. Guess what? My channel started going pretty quickly. I mean, my channel is not the fastest auditing channel out there, but it's definitely not the slowest. And it's not by accident, guys. It's because I learned how to be present. That's it. Your life will take off, guys. I mean, this is going to take you probably, a couple months, and you'll start noticing some stuff happening like, whoa, this is different. You feel different. Things will start taking off for you. And then 6 months, you'll be like, whoa, this is cool. I definitely feel this. A year, forget it, man. I'm to the point now I can manifest anything quickly. Stuff Sweet Tea knows. We talk about stuff. Bam, next day it's in my Facebook feed, all kinds of crazy stuff, right? Thinking about someone, the next day he shows up in my Facebook feed or somebody starts talking about him. It's like, oh, wow, like I manifest anything, guys. It's crazy. But the first thing that you have to do, guys, is detach, okay? And you have to be prepared that this is going to take a year. And I know that seems like a long time. A year? I can't wait a year without my twin.
Yes, you can.
You can and you will, otherwise you'll be stuck forever. And guys, I say a year loosely just to not pour a whole pot of coffee on your lap, because it's probably going to be more than a year. But at least a year, guys. You have to be prepared for that, to detox for that long, guys. Delete the pictures off your phone. If you don't want to delete them, then you can put them, on your Google Drive or an external hard drive, something like that, and get them off your phone. Anything that you have in the house that they bought you, get rid of it. Or if you don't want to get rid of it, put it all in a box, go put it in a storage unit, or give it to someone and say, hey, hold on to this for at least a year. That's how long
Or
you have to
burn
be
it.
dedicated. Or burn it if you want to do that, if you want to go that route. But you can't have that stuff, guys. You can't be thinking about them. No more Facebook, checking Facebook stalking, guys. That has to go. Detox. You have to detox, guys. Remember, it's your energy. When you're thinking about them, you're pushing them away. You're going backwards. It's not how it works, guys. It's not soulmates. Okay. After you do that, again, guys, it's so simple. Be present. Anytime that you're doing anything, I've said this, when I use the analogy of when you're cooking, right? Because people, like, a lot of times they'll zone out when they're cooking and they start thinking about the stuff that I was talking about, doctor appointments and stuff that happened 10 years ago, and like just random stuff that's not helping you. 99.9% of your thoughts are just useless thoughts, guys. They don't help you at all. Your mind just goes on and on and on over anything. Just be present, guys. So if you're cutting a vegetable, you're noticing the sound of it in the very present moment, right? You're feeling what it feels like to go into the wood of the cutting board. You're hearing the sounds, you're feeling it. You're noticing that you're the noticer of your thoughts, right? Thought comes in, you notice it, let it go. And when you are thinking, you're noticing that you are observing the thought. Okay, guys, if you're awake for 16 hours a day, you should be present for 16 hours a day. Okay, so another analogy, you have a Nintendo, right? And you have your controller for the Nintendo, right? Now, the controller itself isn't actually winning the game, right? It's a tool that we use. It's a very important tool, right? But if you turn on the Nintendo and you start pushing a bunch of random buttons that just at random, you're not going to beat the game that way, right? So the controller isn't beating the game. It's the person holding the controller that really beats the game, right? The controller is your personality, your thoughts, your brain, right? But your brain itself is useless. There's something that's controlling your thoughts, that's observing your thoughts. Your soul. So the soul is the person holding the controller, right? That's how it works, guys. You're the observer of your thoughts. You're not your thoughts themselves. That's it, guys. Hey, Judd. YouTube turns. Thanks for coming in, guys. And I've said this before, guys, if you learn anything from the Empirical Miracle channel, that's it. Be present. Twin flame or not, guys. This is just how you manifest your twin flame back in your life, because your twin flame is you. So you have to be present. And when you be present, go within, then they will come back. Because people are like, oh, I don't wonder if there's anything that I can do about my twin. Of course, there's something you can do about your twin. You are your twin, right? That's what you are, guys. So next time you look at a picture of your twin, before you delete them or move them out of your phone, I want you to think to yourself, that person is me. That's my other self. That's another incarnation of me in this timeline. That's all it is, guys. And then delete them. Delete the pictures off your phone. You have to detox for a while. Meditate, guys. When you wake up in the morning is a good time. I like to drink my coffee, and then I'm on YouTube for a little while, chop it up with sweet tea if she's over. And then we need to start doing this. We need to go and meditate for 20 minutes in the morning at least. Start your day off with a clear head. Be present throughout the day. At nighttime, meditate again, 20 minutes at least. And it's a good way too, guys, if you're having trouble sleeping, meditate. Lots of times I like to meditate myself to sleep. It works really well, because a lot of times I used to sleep with, I'd go to sleep listening to a YouTube video, and I could never sleep without something until I started realizing I could meditate myself to sleep. And what meditation is, guys, is just being present for an extended period of time, right? Because when you're meditating, what you're doing is you're focusing on your breathing in and out, and you're letting your thoughts go, and you're just being present. That's all meditation is, guys, being present. And when you start getting good at meditating, it's amazing. It makes you feel so good. Meditating is like exercise for the soul, right? When you're working out, after you're done, you're releasing all these endorphins and you feel great. That's what meditating is for the soul and the mind, because you're giving your mind a break, right? This is like if you never sleep, right? Feel like crap. It's just rejuvenating yourself, being present for an extended period of time. What do you think, Sweet Tea?
I think you're smart about a lot of it, and you're very wise. And I wish more people would be more receptive and open to the spirituality of what is going on in the universe. Um, there's a lot to be said for that. And I really like your opinions and your way of thinking about the spirit, the twin flames and soulmates. I don't think you touched on that. How about sacred relationships? Have you researched any of that?
Sacred relationships?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you explain it?
Well, I'm still learning about it, but it's very similar to a soulmate and a twin flame. So it's a relationship, a bond, again, where you have that energy and you're creating a third energy. Um, and I'm still learning about it, so I'll just leave it like that.
Okay. Well, we'll have to check into that. I'd like to talk about soulmates, guys. And so soulmates can be the same. They're the same as kind of like twin flames in the sense that they can be romantic, but they don't have to be. And in fact, the vast majority of soulmates that you have are not romantic, guys. Same sex soulmates, right? Your family members are your soulmates, guys. They're part of your soul tribe.
Yeah.
They're your family, your soul family, not your biological family, your soul family. We have soul families too in the 5D, in infinity D, not just 5D, right? In infinity D. Because when you die, remember, you just are your soul. You just are. There's nowhere for you to go when you die. You don't go to heaven or hell. You just are. You just be. You just is, right? So when you die, you're not going to be figuring stuff out or thinking about anything. You're just going to be. And that's what you have to do in the 3D reality is just be. You know, like monks and stuff, they meditate like 10 hours a day and all that kind of stuff. The reason they do that is because they're spiritually enlightened. The more that you shift the focus of your attention to the present and meditate, the more uh, the faster and higher you ascend. That's what it's about, guys. And not everyone is going to be awake in this 3D reality, guys. Some people literally incarnate into this 3D reality just to experience the 3D reality, and that's
Yeah.
it. And you can't wake them up, and you can tell those people. And don't try to drive yourself crazy trying to wake up people if your family members and stuff like that. Some people just aren't. They're not going to. They didn't want to. They had a soul contract to come down here and experience the 3D reality, and that's it. And there's been a mass awakening happening right now, guys. And it's to the point though. If you're not already awake, I don't think that people are going to become awake at this point. Um, Now, soulmates. Um, People are like, well, how do I know if it's a soulmate? And here's the thing, guys. You have more soulmates than you can ever dream of. Okay, any individual that you come across, whether it be for 20 years, a year, a month, a week, or even a day. If they have, if they made an impact in your life and they hold a special place in your heart, they are in fact a near and dear soulmate. So if you have a memory of someone 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and you only knew them even for like a couple weeks, that's your soulmate. They're part of your soul tribe. You were destined to come into contact with that person, and you learned a lesson from them, and they learned a lesson from you. And once the lesson is learned, it was time for you guys to part ways. The universe said, okay, you guys need to go. You guys need to move. Keep on, guys. The meaning of life, I've said this before, spiritually, is just to learn lessons, guys. It's to expand the consciousness of the collective. That's all it is. So you're meeting your soulmates in order to learn lessons from them.
And to grow spiritually as an individual and also with your clan.
Yep. Because the more that we become spiritually enlightened, it expands, it raises the vibration of the entire collective, right? If you guys want there to not be war, right? You want to live in a peaceful time where we don't even have to have government, guys, and there is no wars, no killings, stuff like that. We need to do this. That's it. Think about it. Look at the monks, right? Are they going to war? No. All you have to do, everyone is capable of it, guys, is be present, work on your ascension, and raise the vibration of the collective. Once that happens, we will evolve as a species, guys. We're very primitive right now, right? So we're gonna have to keep coming back down here until we can raise the vibration of the collective and as human beings, right? So that we can not be at war all the time, guys. Trying to control others, right? So let's talk about just another analogy I thought of about a twin flame. And I've used this for just human beings, which is true, but it's just even more so on a twin flame level. So to try to like tell you or use an example of what your twin flame is, I said it's another incarnation of your soul, right? If some people have a hard time wrapping their head around that, and well, I don't think the way they think, right? I don't feel what they are feeling. Well, that's just your duality based mind trying to get in the way, right? So if I have my pen in this hand and my cell phone case in this hand, right? This hand can't experience the pen, and this hand can't experience the cell phone case, but it's still part of the same body, right? It's just having a different experience. That's what your twin flame is, guys. Your twin flame is you, but it's having a different experience. And really, we're all one. I mean, if you really want to boil it down, just like biologically, even we all would share some DNA, right? As souls, we're all one, but you're even more one with your twin flame. So when the Big Bang happened, so what God is love. It even says in the Bible, and I'm not a Christian, but there's a lot of good stuff in the Bible, guys. In the Bible, it says that God is love. But when God was love, and that's all he was, he didn't know that he was love, right? So if you were hot your entire life, how would you know that you're hot? You'd never know that you're hot until you were cold. Then you would know, okay, oh, now I know what hot is, right? Because I'm cold now. And then you could go back to being hot. So God wanted to experience himself, experience love. So the Big Bang happened, and all of these trillions, infinity amount of slivers of source, slivers of God called souls went out into the universe, guys. And that's what we are. We are just souls incarnated into this 3D reality with a physical body to experience ourself. That's what we are. We're God experiencing ourself.
Baby, no.
So we are all part of the same, right? If this is all the souls in my hand, but I'm still part of the same whole body, right? So like if you have what God is like the ocean, and all of us, the individual souls, are the waves in the ocean, right? It's all part of the same ocean. That's what we are, guys. But you and your twin flame are the same wave. You see what I mean? Me and Sweet Tea are just like a wave next to each other. We're waves. But Sweet Tea's twin and her are actual the same wave, right? Or you like air too. So I'm in my like living room here, and I have air in my living room, right? And then I got my bathroom over there. There's air in there. I got the kitchen air, right? And I got the hallway air, right? There's different airs within my home, right? But it's all the same air, same thing, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, that's what a twin flame is, okay? Broke down exactly what a twin flame is versus soulmate, guys. And your twin flame is running from you because you keep obsessing over them. Stop doing that. Detox from them and be present every single day, right? And again, you do that for long enough, your twin flame will unblock you. She or he will reach out to you, text, phone call, or what could happen, you don't even have to, if you block your twin because you're trying to detox, you don't have to unblock them. The universe will make a way, guys. I've heard of stories of twin flames literally meeting at an airport that they both don't live in another state. They just happen to run into each other, guys. What's the odds of that? It's because the universe put them together that way. It's because the universe makes a way. When the divine feminine does the work that she needs to do, the masculine comes back. And when the masculine comes back, guys, when your twin comes back, like I said, when you're ready, you're not going to have a preference if you're with them or not. That's how you'll know that you're ready. When your twin flame reaches out to you, you're not going to be triggered. You're not going to feel a trigger. Notice how I say it that way, because you are not your brain, you're not your thoughts. You can't be triggered, but you can feel the trigger. You can be the observer of your trigger. So when they reach out to you, you're not going to feel the trigger, guys. It's going to be like this Zen, calm feeling. When you start getting good at this, that's what you're going to be. You're going to be calm, Zen, samadhi. And that's how you'll know that you're ready. If they reach out to you, and your heart starts beating, and you're like, oh my gosh, he called me or she called me. You're not ready.
Yeah.
Don't respond. You'll know when you're ready, guys. Remember, the soul is knowing. And I can't explain what the knowing is, guys, because to explain what knowing is already using your mind. Remember, the soul is that which cannot be defined. So that's how you'll know, guys. You'll just know. That's it. When it's time. So I would like to give a shout out to New World Allstar, guys. Check Kurt Johnson out on New World Allstar. He's amazing. I'm one of his students, and basically everything that I've been teaching you guys, I learned from him. And not all from him, but mostly from him. So that's the way the cookie crumbles, guys. What do you think, Sweet Tea? You got anything else to add?
The energy that's felt between the twin flames, I keep referring back to this because it's important. It's a third energy and it's a divine energy, and it feels like it's almost a God energy. And that's what releases the endorphins, and it's like a drug. You must have it. And that's also when it becomes destructive, because we as inexperienced humans here on this earth right now, we've not mastered that kind of energy. And when it's that strong, you're not able to control it. And that's when you feel that out of control sensation. What are they doing? Where are they at? They're not calling me. Oh my God, they hate me. They love me. They never want to see me again. They want to swallow me. So it's just this crazy energy that goes back and forth, and it will never be satisfied until you have matured in your spirituality and can master your emotions.
Absolutely. And guys, when you meet your twin, again, that is a forced spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
You are not going to know what to do when you first meet them. It's going to take, if you take my advice and you're learning right now, the universe sent you to me onto the miracle channel so that I can teach you. I'm trying to spread the wealth, guys, here on this one. And you're right, you won't know what to do. And now hopefully you do know what to do. So let's see. I wanted to go through a couple of comments. We have name deleted. Had one on here. I met my twin flame. They both divorced me. I don't. Okay.
You're so funny.
Let's see. YouTube Turn says, when you experience loving someone without conditions, then and only then will you know what love is. That's true. Unconditional love, guys. And a
It
lot of
is
times
unconditional.
what happens is the feminine can love the masculine unconditionally. And a lot of times the masculine, they're not awake yet, right, guys? They're not here watching this. You are. So the masculine oftentimes will love you conditionally. They'll love you because of, not regardless of, right? Because they don't understand. And when it comes to the point when you're working on yourself, and remember, when you're working on yourself, being present, meditating, detoxing from them, they will automatically work on themselves. But they're not going to realize when you start becoming more enlightened, right, and ascended. That's the right word. When you start ascending,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to start ascending too, but they're not going to realize that they're ascending, right? They're gonna feel different. Like people are like, oh well, does the masculine go through the dark night of the soul and all the same stuff? Are they gonna realize they were twin flames and all that? No, they're not going to, guys. What's going to happen, since they're the subconscious, is that they're going to feel different, right? They'll go through an awakening, but they're not going to know why they feel different. They're just going to feel different, guys. That's all. When they finally come around and realize your worth and come back to you, they're just gonna, because they just feel guided to do that. But they're not gonna be like, oh, I get it now. We're twin flames and we're one soul and this is divine. Now I get it. No, that's not that's not ever gonna happen, guys. And don't even bother trying to explain that to them.
Mm-mm.
Okay, because by explaining to them, well, you need to listen. We're twin flames, and we're the same soul, and this is, what you're doing. You're just pushing them away now. That's just going to push them away, just like before when you're obsessing over your twin, guys. Trying to explain that to them. And if you listen to Kurt Johnson, guys, he even says that my twin flame, she's permanently in my life now. He realized how to attract his twin flame, and they're married. But to this day, she still doesn't even believe in twin flames, guys. Like she just thinks it's all, oh, it's my husband Kurt, his twin flame stuff. And she knows he has a big following and a channel and all that, but she really deep down, she doesn't really believe in all that stuff. She said that on his channel before. So don't bother trying to explain that to them, guys. They're going to start running again. And when they come back and you guys are in permanent union, it's going to be different, guys. It's not going to be like the first time. It's going to be like the Zen feeling. I guess I can't really say because I'm not in union with my twin, and I don't plan on doing that. I'm just trying to work on myself still. So I'm no expert by any means, guys, but I do feel like I have some stuff to teach. What's up, Batman? So, yeah, guys, don't try to explain it to them. They're never going to know. They're not going to ever go through the awakening the way you go through it, guys. It's just different. So let's see what else we got in here in the comments. If we got anything cool.
Also, I do want to say the reasoning for twin flames, for them to cross each other's paths or come together, is to force that spiritual awakening. Again, not both of them will. One of them will, obviously. And a lot of that is for your reason for being here, your mission, your journey. And most of the time, your twin flame is not involved in your mission or journey. It's to force that spiritual awakening. And it's a mirror of yourself. It's reflecting all of the negative and the positive of yourself. And that has to be done in order for you to rise above, to get out of the 3D reality and advance into the next.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can be a teacher to the people, humans, that are still learning on the journey. You just have to get yourself advanced further.
And the more that you are present, the more advanced you'll become, guys. And it's what it is, guys. The spiritual awakening, it's just learning who you are. That's what it is. Like, I know how it works and who I am, but I'm still in the beginning stages here of really knowing, right? I can't explain because the explaining is the mind, right? So it's like, again, guys, it's hard to, you can't explain it. You can't even use words because now you're just in duality, right?
And it's
So
all
it's,
about interpretation.
mm-hmm. And what it is, guys, is it's, what's it called? Where you mean it to be one thing and then it ends up being something else. What's the word I'm looking for, sweet tea?
For what?
Like you're wanting it to be something.
Manifesting?
No. So we got to talk about samadhi too. I want to talk about that. I have it in my notes. Sorry,
I know
guys.
I'm going through my notes too.
It is like, I have to figure this out now. I don't, because I'm going to be not wanting to be like, oh, that's what I meant to think, say it what it is.
Yeah.
It's a I can't think of it, whatever. So like what it is, I'm going to think of it later and be all pissed. So what it is, guys, is it's a byproduct. Your twin coming back to you is a byproduct of you being spiritually awakened, guys. So when you're going through this, if you want to attract your twin back, what you have to do is make it about your true spiritual journey of what it really is. And because you can't fool the universe, guys. And they will be that's a byproduct of becoming enlightened. They come back. But if you're doing this as like, oh, okay, I'm going to try this. I have nothing else to lose. I'm going to try this to get my twin flame back. They're never going to come back, guys. You can't fool the universe. This isn't about a twin flame journey. It's a true spiritual journey. So make it about the true spiritual journey and your ascension.
Yes.
then they'll come back. But your intent has to be legitimate. The universe will know they're making it about the true spiritual journey. You can't put a blind over the universe, guys. Oh, I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna do this so that I can get my twin back. Nope, you never get your twin back that way, guys.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna be all trying to get it. Oh well, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about, though. It's a byproduct, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It's a byproduct. But some good stuff to so thoughts, guys. Thoughts are just like digestion. It just goes on and on and on, guys. So you have to just get out of your thoughts and be present. And God doesn't make mistakes, guys. If something is happening, it's because it's supposed to happen, right? That's all there is to it, guys. And you can control things on how you perceive them. Everything always works out in my favor, guys. And I truly believe that now. And my thoughts turn into my beliefs, and my beliefs turn into my reality. And I've always thought that things just work out in my favor. And then things started working out in my favor all the time. And then I started believing it. And now it's just like natural. Anytime something happens, I didn't get a video posted up just recently on the DMA channel. I didn't get a video. I was going to post a video up. Amazing audits, got arrested, and I had to shift the focus of my attention to that instead. And good thing that happened for me. It worked out in my favor because I was going to publish another video because I thought my views were going down on the last video. And I looked, my views were like 400 an hour. I was like, oh shit, good thing I didn't post another video. I don't like posting videos too close together because you stall out the previous video.
Right.
People don't have time to watch a bunch of your videos. They maybe only have time to watch one video. So if you publish too many, it stalls out your views. So it just worked out. That's just one example, guys, of things just working out in my favor. You have to believe. You will live forever, and you have lived forever, guys. What do you think? Oh, so let's go over some books to read, guys. So Eckhart Tolle. Read Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. Basically what he talks about is being present in the entire book. I haven't even read the whole book. I was listening to it on audiobook, but I still need to get through that whole thing. But it is an amazing book, guys. Alan Watts is great. Abraham Hicks. I love Abraham Hicks. She's got a lot of good stuff on YouTube too. And here's another thing, guys, that you don't want to do if you're trying to detox from your twin flame is stop watching tarot. Tarot is like the worst thing you can do because you're focusing your energy on them. Yep. Right? Oh, they're starting to realize that your worth and they feel bad for treating you this way and all this stuff, right? Oh, here's 10 of Pentacles, guys, a 10 of Pentacles, and you're the King of Pentacles and she's the Queen of Pentacles. Look, here you go. Perfect power couple here. And you're like, oh, great. You're just thinking about them, guys. You're pushing them away. It doesn't work for twin flames, guys. That's soulmate stuff. Okay, it's different. So you'll see the numbers, guys. Numbers are just your soul telling you that you're ascending, right? 1111. They all have their different meanings, right? You can look them up on the internet, but don't drive yourself crazy trying to figure out what the numbers mean, right? You're going to see numbers for the rest of your life. Once you start seeing them, that's it.
Repetition of numbers.
You're never going to stop seeing them, right? It's a paradox. That's what it is. It's a paradox, guys. Making it about the true spiritual journey will attract your twin flame to you. And it's a paradox. You are not thinking about them, pushing them away, making it about this true spiritual journey. And a byproduct of that means that they come back to you. It's paradox. Found it in my notes.
Yay.
Yay. All right, let's go over a few comments and then we'll wrap this up. I'm glad Banana was liking this. Thanks for coming in. I know you had been wanting to be in on one of the Empirical Miracle Lives, so this is the longest one I've done. I knew this one was going to be long because there's a lot. I mean, I just barely touched base on this, guys. I didn't want to get too much into it because it could be like 10-hour live stream about twin flames, guys. Stuff that I have to teach.
Literally.
I just gave you like the basics, guys. If you guys like this, let me know in the comments if you want me to do some more twin flame stuff. I would love to. Also, if you guys haven't already, subscribed to, of course, Sweet Tea, my co-host here, Sweet Tea Audits. And subscribe to Banana Anna, guys. She's amazing. We love Banana. She has great energy, and she
Love
is
banana.
not in our life by accident. Like I said, God doesn't make mistakes. And Josh and Banana came into me and Sweet Tea's life for a reason, and they're great friends. We love Banana. We love her energy, and she was wondering why people like to listen to her. Her lives when she's doing just, she's delivering her food and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's because you have such amazing energy. People are just attracted to that. It's like a
Yes.
magnet, you know what I mean? Like we can feel it. And so that's why everyone likes it, you guys. When I first found Banana, I thought she was an auditor. I was like, because I was on the comments, I was like, what are we doing? We're doing an audit. And then I started realizing that she was delivering for Uber or something, or for whatever the food delivery is. I was like, oh, you're chopping it up with people. That's cool. I thought that she was just
Yeah.
doing that to pass time, and I thought she was an auditor. And then I didn't even know she knew who Josh was. And then I realized who she was. That she was his girlfriend. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So subscribe to Banana Anna. We also have YouTube Turns in the house. Subscribe to YouTube Turns. We're trying to get him to 500. I'm not sure where he's at now.
Where
We
you
got
at, YouTube?
Yeah, where you at, YouTube? If you're still in the chat. And yes, humble yourself and realize you are not the center of the universe. You are a small part of a greater whole. That's
Amen.
true. Um, you're also the center of the universe too, though, right? Because there's really only one thing, and that's you, right?
Yes.
You are God. Johnny Bravo is in the house, right? And it's not sacrilegious. We're all God. We're all a sliver of source, right? Having our own individual experience. But there's only one consciousness, guys. And this is, even science proves this, guys. And people think, oh, this is all mysticism and magic, spiritualism. And guys, magic is just science undiscovered. That's all it is. And science is proving that there's only one consciousness, guys. We all tap into it because we are all one soul. There is no you and me. It's just you, right? So when you're hurting someone else, you're hurting yourself, guys. It's just that they're having a different experience. They're experiencing it, not you. But we're all tapped into the exact same consciousness, guys. So remember that when you're hurting
Yes.
someone.
We are all connected.
Mm-hmm. Got Johnny Bravo up in the house. Oh, he's at 536. So we got him. Cool. So you can open your community tab. It might take a few days.
Yeah, it took mine a week.
I didn't even notice mine. Like, I didn't even knew about a community tab, what it was or anything. think I had like 8,000 subscribers before I even realized that I had a community tab. I was like, oh, that's what that thing is, because I've seen it before.
You're
So
funny.
it just came. I was
What
like,
is
okay,
this?
yeah, what is this thing? Oh, okay. Oh, you can do posts, because I seen other people do it. I didn't know what that was. So let's see. What else we got in here?
Yes, Johnny, you are right about sharing the love.
Yeah, I mean, it's an energy that you put out to the universe, right, guys? Like attracts like. So whatever vibration you're sending out has no choice to come back to you.
Mirror.
You literally, your exact reality that you have is you manifested it, right? And most people manifest their entire reality because it's just on autopilot. They don't realize they're doing it because they're just living their life. But once you realize that you can control your life and what manifests into your life, the sky's the limit, guys. I'm just now getting to that point where the sky's the limit. And it's an amazing feeling, guys. And we're all capable of doing it. Not that I'm some great, huge, successful anything. I'm just starting, guys. But I know that huge success is just around the corner for me, guys. And there is an enough abundance for everyone to have, guys.
Yes.
You know, like Regan, our really good friend out here, she does all this stuff for the homeless, and she should be commended for it. And she's an amazing person. And the thing is that these homeless people, They have the power to bring themselves out of the homelessness. Nobody else can bring them out, guys. They're stuck in this mindset that this is my reality. And what happens is people get complacent in that, and they just stay homeless forever. But guys, all you have to do, remember what I said. This is how easy it is. That your thoughts, what you think about a lot, become your beliefs, and then your beliefs become your reality. All you have to do if you're a homeless person is just think every single day that I am abundant. I have tons of money in the bank account. And at first, it's going to be really weird for a homeless person to think that, right? But eventually, it'll start becoming more natural, right? And you do that for however long it takes, a few weeks, months. The universe is going to make a shift, and it's going to present you with an opportunity to get a
Yep.
job or to do something. And that's a first stepping stone. It's going to bring you out of that, guys. The universe will provide for you. The universe, God, just like the Bible says, right? Check out Rich Lopp. Rich Lopp, Lopp. He's on YouTube. He's a tarot reader, but he's also on Facebook. I watch a lot of stuff from him. More than a tarot reader, he's a law of attraction expert. He was a homeless person. He was living under a bridge, guys, and he told us his story that he was so depressed, he was homeless, and it was like a nightmare. And started making friends with other homeless people, and like he said, like 2 or 3 months went by, and he started to realize, wow, I'm like complacent. I'm like used to this. It's like not a big deal anymore. He'd go hustle and panhandle his money, get some booze and whatever he needed, and he'd chill under his bridge. And he started realizing, wow, I'm getting comfortable. Comfort is a detrimental to progress, guys. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not going to grow. You have to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. If you want something you've never had, you have to be willing to do something you've never done. So he started, figuring out somebody that he saw on YouTube or something told him what I told you guys about your thoughts become your beliefs and your beliefs become your reality. So he started saying that stuff that I was telling you that the homeless people need to say. I am abundant. I have plenty of money. I have a fat bank account. And he said the same thing that I told you guys, that it was weird for him to do at first. But after a while, it just became natural to him. Every day, just thinking in your head that he already has stuff. Not that I want stuff, that I have stuff. Because if you think about wanting money, the universe is going to give you more of wanting, right? If you think about if you already have it, though, the universe will provide that for you. And the universe provided him. Well, I don't know how he got out of it, but the guy has like 300 something thousand subscribers on YouTube. He makes probably, I don't know, $20,000-$30,000 a month on YouTube in his AdSense account. Anyone can do it, guys. It's that simple. You don't have to have any special skill or anything like that. You just have to believe it to be true, and it will be true. The universe will make shifts and provide for you. I have studied social dynamics, guys, and we studied, it's called Venusian art. It's the art of picking up women. And there was this guy who was a guru or a teacher, right? Teach people how to pick up women and what women respond to, stuff like that. It's all part of it's social psychology, guys. And what he did, and I didn't realize this till much later in my spiritual awakening, but he was making a joke and he said, guys, if you believe it to be true, it'll be true, guys. And he said they went to this club, and it was like a black club, right? And hip hop, mostly black people in there. And so they were white, and he was like, all right, we're here. How do I go talk to these girls over here? I want to go talk to them. And he was making a joke, and he said, all right, man, this is what you do. See those girls over there? It's a hip hop club. They're all black. They like hip hop. So you go over there and act like you're just this badass rapper gangster, dude. You know what I mean? Just talk with some slang and wave your hands around like that, right? And and he just turned away to get a drink or something like that. And the guy thought he was serious, right? He's like, this guy told me to do it. So he turned away and he looked back over, and the guy's walking over there, right? He's like, oh shit, I can't believe he's actually gonna do this, right? And so he does what he's telling him, but this guy trusted him so much, he believed it to be true. This is how you pick up the women. And he said it with confidence, guys, and it worked because they thought he was funny, right? So they started laughing at him, right? And not at him, laughing with him, right? And it ended up working. So, guys, if you believe it to be true, it'll be true. Um, all you have to do if you're homeless is believe it to be true, and it will. It will become true, guys. That's it. We all have the power to manifest anything in our life. Jesus had the power to manifest anything in his life. He had the power to heal people, right? do a lot of amazing things that Jesus did. Guess what? You have the exact same power that he had. It's just that Jesus, I've read about Jesus in the spiritual realm, not Christianity. And what they're saying is that there's different levels of like awakening you go through. And once you've manifested, or once you've incarnated enough times and you become spiritually enlightened enough, you stop incarnating, guys. And then you go through levels in the spiritual reality, right? And like I think there's like 7 levels to where you're like as high as you can go. And they're saying that he was like amongst that. Like Gandhi was like the 5th or 6th level, and like Jesus and like Buddha and stuff like that, they're like the 7th level. And so Jesus decided to incarnate back on earth to kind of help the collective, guys, because we needed some help. So that's the reason why he incarnated back on earth. He was already done incarnating on earth, guys. He didn't need to come back. He did that just as a gift for us. But you guys have all the power that Jesus had, guys. There's no difference. You know, Jesus, it says in the Bible, Jesus is God, right? It's true. Jesus is God, and so are you. All right, Johnny, hit me up, man. You got to email me, dude. I never received your email, bro. Denver Metro Audits at gmail.com. If you want, we can chop it up about that. Sub to Blue Unicorn also. Gandhi was a huge racist. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Oh yeah, Johnny, where are you? I forgot you're in Colorado. We got to meet up, bro. Johnny Bravo's been down with the DMA channel since the very beginning, man. We got to meet up with me and Sweet Tea to go do an audit together. I know you were talking about, he was talking about his arrest that he got, and he wanted me to check it out. So
definitely, that'd be a lot of fun.
all right. So what do you think, Sweet Tea? Any concluding arguments or statements you'd like to make?
No, I don't want to argue with you right now about that. But I do
Okay.
have my notes.
I mean, I was taking notes too. We'll have to go
Nice.
over some stuff. All
Nice.
right, guys. So that is Twin Flames in a nutshell.
Yeah. To be
And
continued.
to be continued. I don't want to do too much Twin Flame stuff. I wanted to kind of get this one off my chest, and then I'm going to go shift the focus back to other topics and stuff like that. But if you guys
Nice.
want to hear some more Twin Flame stuff, or you have anything specific that you want to hear on the Empirical Miracle channel, you can leave it in the comment. I check all the comments. I don't get that many of them, so they're very easy to check. So we appreciate you guys coming in and being part of the
Yes.
live stream on the Empirical Miracle channel, guys. So have a great rest of your day, and we will see you sometime in between now and the rest of all eternity. Love and light.
Peace and light.